Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one, I'm going to be playing Braun Stroman Monster Bomb. This is my Braun. I took him all the way to 6-star silver. Um, Basically, I'm going to do something a little bit different here because I think he's so versatile and there's going to be a lot of stuff you can do with him, and I've been hearing a lot of questions about him. I'm first off going to run him the way I have him set up, the way I like to run him, and then I'm almost sort of going to redo the preview over, but haven't got to play him some more. I'm not going to have graphics and stuff. You'll have to watch. I will show all this stuff and talk about the trainers and all that jazz and moves and stuff. We're going to start off. This is my personal favorite. Two ways of running this. I have tried Seamus Crown. My buddy has tried Chains of Colossus. The conclusion the two of us have came to is Viper Strike just works way better as long as there's 3 black gems on the board when you blow it up. And then if you have any of the ultimate plates that generate red, I believe there's a Rocky one, break 4 black, get 10 red, or the 4th of July one, break 10 black, get 10 red. Those are amazing for him. Theoretically, you could also easily use a blue one or any other color one, and then instead of your red trainer and Stacy here, you would change it to that color because it's after the buff. Also, if you're somebody that is lucky enough to have Santa Hogan leveled up to where he's 12k all color or more, you will do way more damage than buffing your red. And if you're extra lucky and have Tech Rocky for 50% all gem damage, he would be fan-freaking-tastic when you're blowing the board up. I'm going to start off, my personal strap I have on him is a 60% gem defense. You can see I have 181% red gem damage total, 200% red move damage. So he's maxed out Fury 2s. And this is how I have him set up. This is my preference. Two ways to run him. So if I'm fairly confident I can turn 1. Well, it's triple red. Monster Bomb, that's the finisher. Skip turn for 2 turns. Beal, that's the cross break, 7 MP. We're blowing up the entire board. Yokosuka Cutter, that's the buff, 7 MP. 231% increased damage. Very beefy. And that's all gems. Entourage, the first way I run with Piper and Butch, that gets him loaded completely. Cena makes sure we can blow up the board, so we have 7 cross breaks. And Stacy is 12k flat red gem damage. Now, what I do if I don't feel like I can win is I swap out this for Sting, and then the finisher starts loaded. So I will show you that as well. Also, that is probably for sure what I would run without the ultimate plate. So I'm going to run this first with the ultimate plate, the way I run it. Then I'll take the ultimate plate off and show you guys the difference. And then we'll get into some other builds, boss battle, sub build, and countdown gem build. So like, you could run a Judgment Day plate if you want. I'll put Z plate on for that. I'll put a Titan plate on for the blast build, which hits really hard. I think it'll surprise some people for sure. And we'll go against Sammy and probably get dodged, and I will run it again and be annoyed. Anyway, Braun is a heck of a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy playing him. And don't be afraid to experiment with him, because there's stuff you're going to be able to do like across the board, right? So this is super simple. Again, we want at least 3 black and 4 blue to set off the stuff, and we have that. Horrible board, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loot box gems. Those are worth crap damage. So this is actually a terrible starting board. Cross break's really simple. Just make a row and you just swipe. You notice I'm not hitting the finisher with this build. That's just there as a safety net. And we made 17 more red gems. Really nice cascade. That's 23 million reduced to 19 million. That's a 23 million damage hit. Super easy. That range is probably normally 17 to 21 mil. It's fast. I'll run it again. I'll do a couple with all of these. It can, if you don't have any black or blue gems, and you don't get that, so almost all the damage is coming from those 17 red gems we're chucking at the end. If we have 7 yellows when the board flips over, to fill in the blanks with reds. We can generate up to 17 red gems with the Viper Strike and the other plate. Oof, another terrible board. Look at all those loot box gems. It didn't matter last time, though. It's really straightforward, really simple, really fun. Not nearly as good a Cascade, and that was 17 million reduced to 13. So you saw 17 million, that's on the low end. 23 million, that's on the high end. I would say usually it's 18 to 20 mil with this setup, the way I have it built. So that's probably average 18 to 20. So what about that build without the ultimate plate? I actually wouldn't use the Viper Strike. I would use anything that adds 3 red MP if I didn't have the ultimate. Just so I recycled. So then you'd only need, what? 4 reds on the board to recycle. Actually, you'd only need 3. So anything that generates red MP would be fine. Aftershock would be just fine. The 4th of July plate would be just fine. Any of those work fine. Viper Strike is also okay, but you're not guaranteed to hit your reds. So this is what it looks like without the ultimate. But if you're having trouble recycling it, just putting a red MP Aftershock plate on would solve that. Of course, here we have 0. Hardly any loot box gems. Now this is the kind of board I'm talking about. This is a Beautimus board. A lot of red. We're going to hit hard regardless of what happens. Viper Strike, we got a little more. So that's all the way. That's a great board. That was 16 million reduced to 13. So I would bet your mean... we'll run 2 with this one. With just the Viper Strike. So you can see the difference without the ultimate. Decent board, a lot of red. No Cascade. That's your nightmare right there. So this is why if I didn't have the ultimate, I wouldn't run it this way. I think that's perfect. I've shown the why. So if you don't have the ultimate, again, I would put the Aftershock plate on at that point, and I would run him double red MP trainer. Ding. So this way the finisher starts loaded, and it's a 2-turn finisher, and this makes Braun insanely safe. Like, I don't know if you could lose unless they have anti-stun if you're going first. Right? So we're just going to start with the finisher. It's 2 million, and it stuns them for 2 turns. Then we're going to blow the board up. And they'll still be stunned. Sammy won't kick out, unfortunately. So if they kicked out, you could do a read on the board, how much they have left life-wise, etc. And decide, do you want to hit the finisher again and stun them? Or do you just blow up the board again and win? Right? So it should be very fast, very safe. I don't think I need to run that twice, because like that's what I would do. Is I'd start the finisher, blow up the board, and then if I had enough in the tank to destroy them, go that way and blow up the board a second time, assuming I didn't win the first time. If not, I hit the finisher, then blow up the board again and win that way. So pretty much unstoppable. That's why I like him. Super safe, super easy, no cascade risk, right? Love triple red, feel like it's a great feud build. Anyway, enough about triple red. So let's get into a Titan plate build. Actually, before the Titan plate build, I'm going to run the sub, And the sub you would run with dog ear gremlin plate. Not going to put that on because it's rare. But a lot of people like a sub to slow them down. They feel safer. So you can also do this with the sub. So we'll run this and then we'll go to the Titan plate build, which is really impressive. And then we'll go to a build you could run with a Judgment Day plate and drain them and never take damage. And hit very hard on turn 2. So we'll do the sub one first. So that's the buff again. It won't be ready turn 1. And then the sub. 10 blast gems into red, and then sub leaving 30 blast gems, right? Well, not 30 because they'll get matched. So for this one, Shotzi will be nice. Very nice, in fact, for this build. When she's maxed out, blast gems are going to do a lot more, and you're going to have 2 black MP. You also don't need Santa for this one. So here's an alternative build if for some reason you don't like triple red. Titan plate is going to do nothing for us here, just FYI. So the goal to this is to win on the second cycle. We're going to sub, we're going to blow up the board, and then we're going to sub, blow up the board, and hit the buff. I would have a plate on for this that gives you black MP. So whatever you break 3 of, get black MP. I want to say that's... is that bad attitude that or do I have that mixed up? But you want to recycle the black, and because we're not going to. Unless we get a cascade. So anything that gives you black MP would be great. Which, as you can see, we didn't get. Luckily, we'll get it here. Then the second time around, also, this is a bummer with all these loot box gems. You sub. And I'm not going to run this one twice. I don't think this is great, but I know people are curious about the sub. Now you hit the buff. So we got a big old buff. 231%. Now we're going to make some red gems out here. $11 million reduced to 9. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Okay, so that's probably my least favorite of all his builds, but as you can see, it's still not terrible. It's just not great. Now, the blast build. There are multiple ways you can run this. However, what makes it very fun and hit ridiculously hard on turn 2, or for like boss battle, is running it this way with the buff. So choke slam, 6 gems to make into blast, reverse choke slam, 3 gems to make into 1 turn countdowns, modify a 3x3 random area into multiply gems of strength 5, and then the buff. So the buff isn't going to be loaded on turn 1, right? For this one, I think I like running it this way. Yes, this way. So you need him to set the Titan plate off. And Cena gives us more multiplies, so that's why we're running him. And it's all gem colors, and we don't know where the multis are going to be. So, and you do need Santa for this to get the choose on turn 1. Red move won't be loaded on turn 1, that's okay. The goal is to get the Titan buff, get the countdowns down on turn 1. Turn 2, get the Titan buff again, have the multiplies out, and then get your buff on top of it. It gets pretty nutty. You want some blue and red gems. We have all that jazz. So, pro tip for this is you could put them like here, 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 and here, and theoretically not touch them. I'm going to play this a little bit safer and just put them in this area here and stay away from this area with my blast. So we got that, and now I want to stay away from there. I'm going to go ahead and put one here. Swipe that over there. And let's put this one here. That gives me enough to recycle and do what I want, no problem. And stay away from my countdown gems over here. So it doesn't hit hard here. Don't get, like, kick out, please. Thank you. That's not the fun stuff. Now, here's the fun part. However, you can see the bullcrap that happened is I had 4 countdown gems out, and it only went in 2 slots. The other 2 went in exactly the same spot. Funny story, on stream I had all 4 go on in the same spot if you're horribly unlucky. So this is like not even close to the potential you could get. However, we're going to hit the buff. We're going to get the Titan plate again. So you're going to see probably a little bit of magic. This should hit really nicely. And here's what I was talking about. If you percentage this, you get all of the board except for here, 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 and here. So we're going to do that percentage. And then if we don't cascade, I'll put the countdown gems so you can see where they would go and not blow up, like so. This one I'm swiping though, so this one's getting eradicated. Anyway, this is not the best, but let's see how hard we hit. That was 44 million. 44 million reduced to 40 on turn 2. Obviously, I love that for boss battle, as it's really consistent, not hard to replicate, etc. So I'll run that one more time for you guys, a little bit faster through it, now that I showed you. So, like boss battle though too, keep in mind, that's not any specific color, right? Those multiplies are random, his buff is random, so theoretically, any color boss would enhance this build. Does that make sense if you're listening to this? So I love this for a boss battle build. It's not going to grow because you're swiping, so keep that in mind, but it's going to hit ridiculously hard with boss boosts. I have to stay away. I did this very wrong. That's okay. No big deal. The first turn isn't about damage anyway. We just need to get enough to recycle, which there more than is. Sure. Ah! I cascaded into my countdowns. Is anyone surprised? No. Those 2 multis went in a different spot, so again, we don't have most of them. Let's see how attractive this one is. There's a lot of red. Spoiler, this one is going to be fairly smexy. No cascade. 52 million reduced to 48. Okay, I think that explains that set, right? Anyone can hit really hard on turn 2 with that. So that was the 3rd one, and here's the 4th one I have for you, Judgment Day lovers. It's setting him up to just be a huge, huge pain in the butt. It's actually the exact same build set. We're just going to change the plates and the trainers. I won't put the Judgment Day plate on, no reason to use the currency even for the video. But this, you can pretend when I put these 6 out that his MP is getting drained, right? So this is the same sort of principle here as what we saw before. So many countdown gems, we should have multiplies everywhere. And yes, I did have all 6 go in the same spot. So obviously with this, you'd use a Z plate. And if you had it, this would be, the reason to run this would be Z plate Judgment Day. So you can drain them, throw your countdowns out, etc., etc., right? Of course, also keep in mind that last build with the Titan plate. Imagine running that with any of the ultimates that make 10 additional gems and getting extra matches and on cascades and stuff, because your gems are buffed so much, right? So, turn 1, we would be looking for blue. So this is short. 4. It's short 1. If we get all of these blues, we need to get all of these blues for sure. And we want to keep these in a safe spot. But you would drain all of their MP when we put those 6 countdown gems out, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go there. That gets all of the blues. All of the blues are checked. We have enough reds, so let's stay away from our countdown. And we'll go here. And we got our blue match, so that's great. He took out 1 of our countdown gems. He took out 3 of our countdown gems. Rude. They all went in different spots at least. With this build, you are also going to want to make sure you get the Z-plate proc a second time, because we're getting a buff from that. And we are going to go right through the heart of these multiplies. So we catch a bunch. Whoops. I'm blind. I thought I had that connected to a blast. Is anyone surprised Mherex screwed up? I'm not. Oopsie daisy. All of that build up for nothing. Guess I'll be running that again. Hopefully with running my mouth less. I know I didn't sell you guys running this on the Judgment Day plate. At all. But you can imagine if you weren't a bad player. You can see I totally don't know what I'm doing. But I can cascade. Alright, let me try this one more time, guys. Hopefully without the mess-ups. My apologies. Also, you know, as per usual, I could cherry pick and edit that out, but you guys literally got to see every match without me picking and choosing just the good stuff. So I feel like you have a much better idea of how it's going to play this way. Maybe not. Maybe that's just my own imagination. But that's why I do that. We got plenty of blue gems. Nope. Stay away from your countdowns, big dumb. So, Judgment Day plate drains. Builds loaded. 6 of our multiply gems. 3 went into this spot, 3 went into that spot. Don't ask me how that happens, but it does. It still hits hard. These are also in way less attractive than the other one was, spots, so too bad I messed the other one all up. Because this is going to look way worse. Where's the swipe that I want to take? I only have 1 swipe on the board, I think. I'm blind, but so I guess we're going to do it this way. Get the red there. And let's get those multis there and those there. I think that gets us the most multiplies. Let's try not to mess this up. Heyo! 25 million reduced to 21 million. So you can easily run that Judgment Day plate and be super safe. You know what? It's my video. I make videos that are way too long anyway. Let's run it one more time and see if we get a good multiply spread. Just for funsies. Why not? Braun's fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. Let me know in the comments of this video if you've enjoyed this, if you thought it was a fun video, if you're still listening 24 minutes and 53 seconds in. Why is it, too, that one of my least favorite active wrestlers needs to be so fun in the game? I do not like Stroman at all as a wrestler. I find him completely boring, unexciting. Him and Ricochet are the perfect tag team. They both bore me. Sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings there. Alright, please, countdown gems. Go in a different spot. No reds on the board, really, that's fine. Hey! They did the thing! They did the thing! Let's make sure and buff our gems one more time. Now, as long as Mherex doesn't screw the swipe up, guys, we might have something here. So let's go... How we want to do this? Let's go here... Here... This is... No. No, you know what? Let's go this way. Second thoughts are often best. That'll go there. That'll go there. That'll go there. And then let's go you kablooey... There. 41 million. 41 million reduced to 34. So yeah, there's your Judgment Day plate build. Also very nasty. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is why I took Braun 6-star silver. My favorite is the triple red, but I see him being good in boss battle and feud, and also into the future, just because he's so versatile. It makes it a lot of fun for me. He's got some cross break action. You know, he's got some blow up the board action. He's got a great buff, and gem buffs are usually always pretty strong. So he's a lot of fun to use, and I love him. So let me know what you think in the comments again. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Why Braun Stroman, though? Why? Why do I have to like him?